If that guy would have killed me, monitors would have been broken. Oh, so much recoil! Come on, baby. We win these. There should be someone over here. There is. Ugh. I can't see. I can't see. I can see there. One left. There's one left. Let's go! We did it!
Buckley isn't the one who blew up the Megalomart. In the Season 2 finale, Propane Boom, Strickland Propane goes out of business due to the supermarket in the area, Megalomart, beginning to carry propane and selling it at way lower prices. After losing his job, Hank goes to Megalomart for employment. While working there, he sees Buckley dragging a propane tank across the ground by its valve. He warns Buckley not to do this because it could cause an explosion and hurt a lot of people. But Buckley continues doing it. Eventually, when only Hank, Luann, and Buckley are in the building, it explodes. Hank and Luann are okay, sustaining only minor injuries, but Buckley is killed, presumably because he was the source of the explosion. But that wasn't the case. The average supermarket is well ventilated and 40,000 square feet. The Megalomart looks larger than that. What Buckley was doing was dangerous, but it's unlikely that the minor leaks that he was causing by holding onto one valve at a time would result in such a large explosion. Much like Hank, there are other people who are working at the Megalomart who lost their jobs, those having to compete with this corporation. One of them is Ray Holiday, former owner of Ray's Bait and Tackle. When his shop went out of business, he set it on fire for insurance money, and he would do it again, releasing the valves on multiple propane tanks and waiting. Buckley isn't the one who blew up the Megalomart. In the Season 2 finale, Propane...
What are you doing? Dude, why is my game like choppy, bro? Damn. Teammate, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You just watched him kill me. Like, that is, like, retarded. Gee, man. Bro, gee, man. I'm playing. Choppy, bro. No reason. Oh no.
Tiro para abajo, tiro para abajo.
Where's my teammate? Oh my.
Damn game trying to kill me. Oh, just kind of want to do it, bro. You're a fucking fag. Okay, I'm not doing that one. Like, you weren't even fucking on me. Oh, I have reported you in a past. What a fucking surprise. I guarantee you're fucking hacking. Fucking rattiest players in this fucking noise and death stage.
Why you trying to run? Your big dumbass.
I hate this fucking game right now.
Think you can run from me? You fucking goofy. One thing about me, I'm gonna hawk you down.
Today, a Kickstarter project was launched as well as a trailer dropping about the final years of Stan Lee's life and the elder abuse he was allegedly victim of. It's a subject I've talked about from time to time on the channel. A few years ago, I even made a video covering the exploitation of his legacy for the sake of shilling NFTs. That one was particularly evil, basically saying, you gotta put all your money into these NFTs. It's what Stan Lee would have wanted. Excelsior, am I right? You don't want to disappoint Stan Lee. Get our NFTs. It's shameful. And there were allegations of elder abuse in the later life of Stan Lee for a long time. And now today, this documentary has popped up from someone named John Bolerjack, who is a former assistant to Stan Lee, who's claiming he's had tons and tons of video evidence and footage of numerous times Stan Lee was taken advantage of, and now he's putting it all together for this documentary called Stan Lee: The Final Chapter, and he's launched the Kickstarter campaign looking for $300,000 to finish it. I'm going to go ahead and give you my thoughts right off rip before we even get into the trailer, as well as like a clip that dropped from it. To me, that feels really exploitative as well. You're telling me you've had this footage for years, incriminating evidence of Stan Lee being taken advantage of, and instead of releasing it throughout the years to spread the word about the injustice he faced or giving it to authorities about potential elder abuse, you've instead just sat on it, keegling it until now, compiling it into this documentary that you're now looking for $300,000 to finish, to pay for things like casting, wardrobe, hair and makeup, music composition, a soundstage space, visual effects, like, what the fuck? If the goal is justice for Stan Lee, this feels highly unnecessary. I don't think you need a visual effects department on standby to cook up some CGI for it, you know? Like, you don't need Blur Animation Studio on the horn to do some kind of 3D render of, like, a reenactment scene or something. If you've got all of this incriminating evidence, it feels a little weird to be asking $300,000 from people to crowdfund a pretty bow to put on all of this and, like, elevate it to, like, a Hollywood production where they want a set constructor, like, they want to build a set, like, I don't know if they want to, like, recreate Stan Lee's home 1-to-1 or something, or, you know, as well as, like, a sound stage, like, what, like, you refuse to release the footage unless everything, like, all the testimonials can be filmed on, like, a Blackmagic Pro 45K camera or something. Like, I don't really understand it. To me, feels like it's also capitalizing off of Stan Lee's name, but this time from a different angle where it's highlighting all of the other people who also exploited Stan Lee in a different way. I'll show you the trailer, and you can obviously form your own fucking thoughts on it, but there's a couple things I want to talk about as well as showing you that clip that dropped.
My name is John Bolerjack, and for the last 4 years of Stan Lee's life, I was his assistant, his confidant, but most importantly, his friend. I traveled the world with him, witnessing firsthand the incredible highs of his legendary career, but also the heartbreaking lows.
John Bolerjack was someone that was close to Stan Lee, and he has filmed a ton of things around him and the people around him as well. So a lot of the footage is basically showcasing how people interacted with Stan Lee, those closest to him, and how they viewed him as kind of like a tool to make money off of. I'll play the rest of the trailer in a moment, but I want to show you this clip because I think this clip is a really interesting look at not only John, but a lot of what Stan Lee was subjected to.
Thank you very much, sir.
Now, are you ready to give a riveting speech? You're gonna change lives.
I thought I was finished with that. What do I have to do now?
You're never over.
I'm not on the crazy pills, right? Like, I'm not boofing stupid potion, right? That's John Bolerjack that's saying that to him. You can see his hair, his voice is the same. That's John. And he's the one telling him that it's never over. Like, John...
Give him a nice...
I'm assuming he was trying to be, like, sarcastic there, but John, even at the time, was privy to Stan Lee being taken advantage of, but just sat by and let it continue, and let all of those people around him continue to exploit him. To me, it feels really weird. You've got all of this footage, you are aware of these things happening where he's being taken advantage of, and instead of sharing that footage at the time, or contacting someone to try and help, he just lets it persist and then holds on to this footage for years after his death. Like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right to me. Like, it feels off. And he also has something else that I found pretty mean-spirited to say to Stan at the end of this clip.
What? I said I thought I was finished. But apparently I'm not.
Once we're done, we'll get out of here.
Now what do I do here?
Same thing, talk about you. We'll get out of here.
Now,
Look, once we're done, what?
I said I thought I was finished. But apparently I'm not.
Look, once we're done, we'll get out of here.
Now what do I do here?
Same thing, talk about you. We'll make some new question.
But I don't have to.
Yes, you will. Yes.
You get your money.
Every single penny.
Penny, 5 pennies.
So this guy telling Stan Lee what he's going to do, even without Stan Lee really knowing and really wanting to, he is still pushing Stan Lee to do it. And Stan Lee says, "You get your money's worth out of me," and he says, "Every penny." And then John Bolerjack comes in and says, "Pennies, like 5."
A nigga was shooting me in the back. It's 2 of them.
god! What the fuck? Bro, you got a whip in there! Are you... He killed the helicopter and he killed himself like an idiot. Nah, it was the helicopter.
Always the fat cats. That's cute.
He landing up here. It's their rat. They was driving that car.
That thing is stuck.
You're just pissed that you got shit on, dude. Your ass suck my dick.
Turn around, you fucking idiot. Jesus fucking Christ. Keep me getting away in everyone's fucking way, you dumb fuck. Ah, damn, you stupid fucking teammates, bro.
In Invincible, after being betrayed by Robot and left in Mohawk Mark's dimension, Mark is finally able to escape and return back, where he wonders what has changed, flying back home to see his fiancée, Eve, surprised when he sees her sitting on the couch knitting with a very large stomach. Mark wonders how long he's been gone, and Eve responds that it's been 6 whole months, and Robot told her that Mark had passed, but Eve doesn't look very happy to see him as she rants about how she couldn't eat and almost lost a child while grieving for Mark. Mark tries to tell her the truth, but Eve won't listen, as he notices that Eve is no longer wearing her wedding ring. Eve explains that she's had a lot of time to think and can't raise her future child with a father that is so unreliable, telling Mark she is glad he is alive, but that they are done. Mark is caught completely off guard and can't even begin to process this before he's kicked out of his own house by Eve, which puts him right in the crosshairs of a familiar predator who has found her prey. In Invincible, after being betrayed by Robot and left in Mohawk Mark's dimension, Mark is
So I successfully completed the hard...
Not today, Zits. Mighty Patch Pimple Patches absorb them in 6 to 8 hours. Pimple?
It's Batman's funeral, and all his friends and foes have gathered to pay their respects. Catwoman is among the first to arrive, and after parking her car, she walks into a bar where Joe Chill greets her and directs her to the back door. Selina remarks that she thought he was dead, but Chill says that he was the one who and won't miss the end. Two-Face is the next to arrive, and a boy offers to wash his car for 50 cents. Harvey proposes they flip a coin. Queen's side, the kid gets $1. Marge's side, he gets shot. The coin lands clean, and Harvey throws the kid $1 before walking into the bar. As the room continues to fill up, the Joker pulls up in Crime Alley, telling the same kid to watch his car. The boy is scared he'll kill him, but Joker assures him he won't because it wouldn't be funny. Once everyone is inside, Dick Grayson asks if anyone would like to say a few words about the departed, and Alfred steps forward to deliver a eulogy. He recounts how after his parents' death, Master Bruce dedicated himself to training his body and mind. But then one day, Bruce began dressing as a bat, and while Alfred admits that only an idiot would do something like that, it made Bruce happier than anything. But after failing to find criminals to stop, that happiness began to fade. Determined to keep Bruce happy, Alfred met up with an actor friend of his, and together they created the character of the Riddler. For a while, Bruce was entertained by his new villains, but realizing that Batman needed an arch enemy, Alfred painted his face white, put on a green wig, and became the Joker. As time went on, Alfred continued to entertain Master Bruce with the characters he created, until one day, Bruce figured out what was happening.
three attackers in solos. Makes fucking sense. Oh, I'm dead.
Came all this way, had to explain, direct from Domingo. Kelsey's a friend, she's like my sis, but we did hook up though. What? Hey, my brother, aren't you happy? Direct from Domingo, we both are daddies. Domingo gonna be in your life forever. We'll raise our babies in Miami together. Came all this way, had to explain, direct from
Some of the dopest cards I've seen in a while.
Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
We got Pokai Gaku fan-made cards. We've opened fan-made cards before, but nothing quite like this. These were based on yokai, which are supernatural beings, spirits, monsters from Japan, and Pokemon are the monsters here. This comes from an artist in Indonesia, Art Yaya, and these are beautiful. Look at the packaging, even. Super cool. Now, you could check the prices of these on eBay on the sub-market. There is an entire sub-market of cards and people who collect these fan-made arts. But this person does drops every once in a while. Look at that Vulpix. That's super cool. And wow, foil Vileplume. You get at least 2 foils in each pack here. Nidoking. There might be a secret rare behind there, so we'll go from the back. Charmeleon, that's a nice one. Love it. We got a Coughing. If there's a gold card under here, we will see. Yes. Okay. Secret rare. Very cool. Let me know what you think.
Wow, you actually got something good. What do we do now?
Some of the dopest cards I've seen in a while.
Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
We got Pokai Gaku fan-made cards. We've opened fan-made cards.
Tax Act has live...
According to a new study, the rate of depression among men in America is at an all-time high. Here to comment is our very own Marcelo Hernandez.
Great to see you, Papa. You're looking good, Colin.
Thank you very much. It's always great to see you, Marcelo. So why do you think that men are depressed?
Colin, to understand why men are depressed, we have to first talk about women. And I understand women.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to start with that.
No, Colin, like, I grew up with only women in my house, okay? It was me, my mom, and my sister. And then in high school, my mom's best friend and her daughter moved in. So it was just me and 4 women. And when that happens to you, Colin, when it's just you and 4 women, you have no choice.
But to become the man of the house.
Wrong. To become a woman. I was a woman for many years, Colin. A proud Latina woman.
According to a new study, the rate of depression among...
Cecil is not a necessary evil because he is not evil. Ever since he became director of the GDA, every action that he has taken has saved the most amount of lives possible. The first thing he does is risk his life approaching Omni-Man rather than sending in the Immortal who could have gotten into a fight and potentially caused civilian casualties. Since then, he's assembled teams with the strongest heroes and managed them effectively. He always gets mad whenever they don't act fast enough and let civilians die, no matter how few. He's willing to work with the most unsavory characters to save the world. You can say what you want, but had he not been using Darkwing and D.A. Sinclair's talents, tens of millions of people would have died. The only people who have a problem with him are those who aren't willing to make the sacrifices that he makes. Cecil is not a necessary
upside down when...
All right, here we go. I am out at one of our installs right now. This is an Atlas 12 by 50 foot big boy, and it was split in 2 halves to get it here. But there's a generator pod, a battery room, mud room, decon room, 2 12 by 50 pods, and a gun room. So it's about 20 feet down these steps. They're still working on this job, of course. So this is one of the bedrooms. Okay, turn on all the lights. Okay, living room. This is the gun room, and they're gonna put all the gun cells in here. There's the escape tunnel. See how they weld it? Kitchen. Underfloor storage.
Rarity Collection 2 has released, and there are 7 rarities in the set. The lowest rarity in the set is Super Rare. The next rarity is Ultra Rare, which has the holographic background as well as the Ultra Rare name, which is Gold Letter. The third rarity is Secret Rare. This has the diagonal pattern in the artwork, and then it has the silver name rather than the gold name.
Right.
Now we get into the big rarities. We have a Prismatic Collector Rare. As you guys can see here, there are triangles on the border. It shines nicely. Here is the Prismatic Ultimate Rare, which has that gold name, but it's also prismatic, so it's shiny around the card. It does not have those triangles along the border, so it's slightly different. Then we get into an updated rarity in the set, the Platinum Secret Rare, which now has a full Secret Rare pattern across the entire card. Then it has the silver lettering, but it shines differently than any other rare. And finally, there's the Quarter Century Secret Rare, which, as you guys can see, has the full pattern all the way across, up and down. Then it has that gold letter name, which is very difficult to read, in my opinion. That's all 7 rarities from the new Rarity Collection 2. Rarity Collection 2.
This game hates me today. This game loves me.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Love it. Tag my whole back. Hits every fucking shot, bro. Take me out the game, bitch. You little fucking cunt. Touch my fucking game, bitch. Haha, play the game, bitch. Time to be petty. Oh, brother, you're not getting that thing. You're lucky I got beat for somebody else, bitch. stupid bitch. Fuck!
Is active. There are 24 enemies active. Kill them all. Enemy UAV is online. Hostile. Enemy UAV overhead.
Nope, brother, ain't nowhere yet this sniper, man. His shots really don't match up to nothing else he does. So good, brother. Let's get you on Twitch. Your mom's a bitch.
A couple days ago, a video blew up of a track meet where one of the girls struck another girl in the back of the head with the baton as she was passed, which led to the victim suffering a concussion and possible skull fracture. It was pretty cut and dry what happened. With your own peepers, you could see it, you could process it, there was no smoke and mirrors. There could be no excuse other than I heard the Kingsman frequency and needed to attack somebody. Like, there is nothing that could explain it. Like, there's no deeper context to what happened. It was kaput. She attacked the other girl with the baton. And I thought that's where it would end. Like, okay, that was a really fucked up thing to do. She'll probably get in a lot of trouble for it. And while that does seem to be happening, there is an investigation underway. The girl who hit the other girl with the baton has come forward and done an interview crying about how people have misunderstood her and what happened, and going for a really interesting Hail Mary lie about how, like, you only watched the 9-second video, you didn't get the whole picture, and now you're being mean to me. You weren't thinking about my mental health that she actually tried that. It's so interesting. I just want to share it with you so you can form your own opinion on whether or not she deliberately hit the other girl, or if it was truly an accident, as she claims. But if you do form the opinion that it was an accident, you are way too fucking gullible. You probably also fall for crypto meme coin scams. Like, holy shit. It's so clearly not an accident. You see the track runner who hit another runner with a baton while running? That shit was foul. Yeah.
Have to see, it's unimaginable unsportsmanlike conduct on the track. This morning, a high school track star is still recovering nearly a week after being hit on the head by another runner during a race.
Yeah, I mean, that's brutal. You, like, honestly, that's fucking assault with a deadly weapon right there. From what I recall, she got a concussion and something else. There was some other injury she sustained from it.
Virginia State High School League Championships when the shocking incident happened.
That's when she hit me with the baton.
Watch again as you see the...
That is pretty degenerate. That's gotta be a case right there. That's gotta be. Those batons aren't plastic either, they're heavy. No, fuck, man, of course they're not. They're like goddamn nightsticks. I ran a little track in high school. Those batons are not a joke. You can do some damage. The runner who hit her did a local news interview. It's on Wavy TV 10. Oh, okay, I'll have to check that out. Is she claiming it was accidental?
To see that they kept running and she not stop and check on my daughter. That was the part where I was like, it couldn't have been an accident.
The other runner...
It's definitely not an accident.
Tonight, a Portsmouth family says they're telling their side of the story in reference to a shocking incident at
their side of the assault, huh?
Meet that left one athlete allegedly injured after she claimed she was struck by a baton held by
allegedly
IC
injured,
high school senior Alayla Everett. Everett spoke exclusively to...
So, you're physically hurt, but you're not thinking of my mental, right?
Alayla Everett is a decorated athlete and senior at IC Norcom High School, rounding a curve on the track when they nearly collided with each other.
Okay, after a couple times hitting her, my baton got stuck behind her back like this, and it rolled up her back. I lost my balance, and when I pumped my arms again, she got hit.
It appears intentional.
What?
Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know
What? Wait, that claim's nuts. Let's just toy around with that idea for just a moment. Let's say, because they are close, let's say it did kind of like get stuck on her for a moment. When she freed it, she brought it back and extended out. If she was just like readjusting to like start pumping again, there'd be no way she'd reach out and hit her with it. Like, there's just no way.
But Alayla says it was accidental.
But I know my intentions, and I would never hit somebody on purpose. I didn't have to see your first video, second video, 10th video. I know 100%.
Like, just look at that. You can't be... She even looking at her head, like, when she's striking. What do you mean? In every angle, it's so clear that it's an intentional baton blasting.
Qualified, a ruling that a local USA track and field official finds questionable. He says a play-by-play look shows that the Brookville athlete was running closely to Alayla.
If a person comes...
What? She's actually getting her with the Y iota? She's charging it.
Outside, they got to be a full stride ahead of me before they can cut in front of me.
The other family spoke with the news station in Roanoke asking for an apology from Alayla, something she wanted to hear. But she says the other athlete hasn't been receptive, blocking her on social media. And
I misunderstood. I thought they were asking for an apology from the lady that got hit. You weren't even thinking of my feelings when you got a concussion when I hit you. I'd like you to apologize. Are you sorry yet? You've caused me a lot of problems. Got her with the R2 attack. True. Yeah, the charged heavy.
In Portsmouth Public Schools says they will support whatever ruling comes from the league.
What's up with the fucking popcorn shrimp on the back here? What? Yeah, I think that's pretty clearly intentional. But I understand why she would try and, like, throw some air of doubt in it, because she could be facing some super serious repercussions. So, I get why she'd try with the tears and... No, it was an accident. I was stumbling. You're missing the context. Oh, if it was my kid, oh my god, yeah. Nah, that's just straight up... that is unbelievably dangerous. To the back of the head, that's killed people. Getting a fucking meaty wind-up baton alt to the back of the head? No. That's a case.
Ali, I love your hair.
I mean, it's easy to spot me on the court, I bet.
But you've always been like that. See me?
Yeah.
Before you hear me. All done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Not so fast. I love you.
Today we're going to be talking about a pure evil YouTuber that was just arrested for some truly heinous stuff. This is not a goofy topic at all. This is going to take that smile off of your face faster than if you had watched a James Corden clip. This is the story about Ruby Frank of the very popular parental advice slash parenting blogger slash family YouTube channel 8 Passengers. Which is already a really creepy name, by the way. 8 Passengers does sound like some kind of cult. 8 Passengers sounds like the title to a horror movie. And unfortunately, that's not far off, because the woman behind this YouTube channel, Ruby Frank, is basically a monster out of a horror film. Ruby Frank and her business partner, Jody Hildebrandt, were arrested this week, and they're being charged with 6 counts of child abuse. Now, Ruby wasn't alone with the 8 Passengers YouTube channel. Her husband, Kevin, was also prominently featured in there as well. But for some reason, he's not mentioned in any of this right now, aside from a couple of mentions that he's just trying to keep the family together and help the children through this difficult time with Ruby being arrested. But I can't imagine a world where Kevin was somehow oblivious to all of the abuse the children suffered in that household. There's no way Kevin didn't know what was happening. Unless he's an absolute fucking lobotomite zombie, there's no way he didn't know what the children are being subjected to. I just can't imagine a single multiverse possibility that Kevin is squeaky clean in this situation, just totally innocent, had no idea what was happening to the kids in that house. Especially considering in 2020, Kevin was front and center fighting on the front lines to defend himself and his wife against abuse allegations, defending their parental style. I'll go into a bit more detail on that situation a bit towards the end of the video, but basically, some viewers were really concerned for the safety of the children based on what was being presented in some of the 8 Passengers videos, as well as what was being discussed, such as taking away one of the kids' food privileges, as well as one of the kids' bedroom privileges, and eventually they tried to get CPS involved, and CPS did get loosely involved, but the whole time Kevin was defending the actions that they had been taking with their parenting. So, like, I don't believe that he didn't know about all of the abuse that was being suffered in that household by the children. But since right now it's only Ruby and Jody who have been arrested, I'll focus on them. They go over some of the stories and videos that she would proudly post on her channel, where she just openly admits, proudly, almost bragging, about torturing her children. She built a reputation as being a strict parent with a strict parental style, but strict is not the right word for it. This isn't like some kind of teacher that's like, hey class, settle down, no fishy business, we got work to do here. And this isn't even strict like, you know, your fucking basic training drill sergeant or anything. This, the way she treats her children is like the way prisoners are treated at Guantanamo Bay. She fucking posted a video where she was laughing about not feeding her daughter any food because she was punishing her. And she even said that she hopes nobody gives her daughter any food because if she did, then the lesson wouldn't be learned. She was starving her daughter as a means of punishment. And it only gets worse. I learned about this on stream, so I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the clips and go over some of the stories that were shared. I think it's important to mention that this was not some small obscure channel. The content they were posting wasn't just being banished to the Shadow Realm immediately with no eyes ever being on it, no one ever seeing it. This was a huge channel. 8 Passengers had 2.5 million subscribers. I know it's become somewhat of a trend in journalism to try and like clickbait headlines with things like famous TikToker arrested for DUI and jiggling butt cheeks to Doja Cat Say So on the side of the road. And you read that and it's very eye-catching because it's like, famous TikToker, oh shit, well who was it? And then you'll read the person's name in the article about the crime, and then you'll check their TikTok page, and it turns out they have 50 followers and all they do is speculate on anime power levels. And it's like, well, not exactly a famous TikToker, but it's 2023, so everyone has some kind of social media presence, and journalists will oftentimes just connect it to that. So famous TikToker does this, or famous Twitter shitposter does that, even though they're not exactly a famous TikToker or this and that. But in this case, it really is a famous YouTuber, a very large YouTube channel that gave tons of parental advice for a very long time.
What even is this song?
Sing it! Now she's with a hot guy, but he looks gay. Heard his name's Domingo.
Take a golf cart to the condo.
Matt invites Ronaldo.
I can't wait to be his wife. She's pointing to Domingo. Wait, what even is...
Did you know that without the Dragon Ball Evolution movie, the Dragon Ball franchise would have ended with Dragon Ball?
If you cut out all sugar, all bread, all...
Look at how Disgust from Inside Out 2 was able to sound so disgusted when voicing the character.
When it comes to female attraction, what's more important? Hair, height, nose size, or forehead depth?
I don't know who wrote that. It's not forehead depth, it's just depth.
It's forehead depth.
It says forehead depth?
Yeah, like his depth.
I told you!
And when it comes to female attraction, what's more important? Hair, height, nose size, or forehead depth?
I don't know who wrote that.
Who cares for...
Hey, I'm Taylor Swift, and I'll be the host and musical guest this week on SNL.
Kanye West just called. He thinks Beyonce should host.
Funny joke, right?
VMAs. Hi, John.
Major.
And
I'm
hosting
SNL.
this week
with musical
guest
Taylor
Swift. Nailed it.
Yes!
Boom.
Hey, I'm Taylor Swift.
It's incredible what a gifted mind can accomplish when priorities are in order.
Okay, if we had a little more titanium nitrate and just a tad of chlorophyte tartrate, ovenless brownies! Come here, Jerry!
This is one of the world's largest
artists that made one hit, then fell off. Part 27.
When I popped off.
Think I care?
Artists that made one hit, then fell off. Part 27.
When I popped off.
Think I care?
A whale's vagina, which reminds me, Kim Kardashian's here. She's had a lot of black men celebrate in her end zone. Kim, word of advice, close your legs. You have more public beef than Kendrick and Drake. Thank you, guys. A whale's vagina, which reminds me, Kim Kardashian's here.
14-year-old Ahmed Mohammed took his homemade digital clock to show his new engineering teacher.
I took it to school to show my teachers the talent that I had. It didn't look like a bomb.
The Muslim student was handcuffed in the hall. 14-year-old Ahmed Mohammed took his homemade digital clock to show his new engineering teacher.
I took it to school to show my teachers the talent that I had. It didn't look like a bomb.
The Muslim student was handcuffed in the hall. 14-year-old Ahmed Mohammed.
I don't know, man. I just don't have time to cook myself. Well, do you have 7 minutes? Yeah.
This girl asked a McDonald's worker if she can have a sign from in the store, but she didn't expect this to happen.
Thank you.
Can you give me your phone number?
Oh my.
No.
For what?
No, I'm only asking.
I'm 16.
Oh my God.
This girl asked a McDonald's worker if she can have a sign from in the store, but she didn't expect this to happen.
Thank you.
As of Friday, February 21st, Call of Duty released an update that should have fixed the Mountaineer perk, but it hasn't been working even though they said they fixed it before. So we're gonna go actually test that in game for you right now. All right, as you can see, we do have Mountaineer on. All right, there's 9 meters right here. No damage. The ultimate test will be over here at tower if we can pull this off. So 9 meters was kind of our threshold to not take any damage at all. 15 meters right here, 15 meter test. Just a little bit of damage. 15 meters. There's also no pause. So you can immediately just take off. Our fast rope here. This is 21 meters. Ooh, barely. 22 meters. Ooh, we barely made that too. So 22 meters, you can make it. That's crazy. We can find quick fix to run with this on ground loot now anyway. So definitely not a bad idea to run Mountaineer now. As of Friday, February 21st, Call of Duty released an update that should have fixed the Mountaineer perk, but it hasn't been working even though they said
a 3-for-1 episode of
Should I open it or should I keep it sealed?
a 3-pack blister of Evolving Skies. Market price $75.88, which is wild because I remember seeing these at Target for like $15 or $18 or something like that just a couple of years ago. So what we're looking for are any of the alt arts. Let's see what we get in pack number 1.
Wow, mid.
Okay, just a Glaceon V. Definitely mid, if not below that. Anyway, let's see what we can get out of pack number 2.
Wow, you actually got something good.
Oh, what? You kidding me? No freaking way. That is the second highest valued card that I've ever pulled on this channel. Can we go 3 for 3 in this pack?
Wow, you didn't really do too bad. Did that just happen?
That's insane. What is going on? A 3-for-1
I know you've told this story a million times, but can you please tell us that story?
Elmo. The Elmo's stripper company does kids' parties where you dress up as the costumes. And I went as Elmo. No one's happy to see me. They're like, why is a white guy with a garbage bag coming to our front door? I put on the Elmo costume. This little black girl, like, barrettes there. She's so cute. Like, it was a moment where I was like, oh, this is cool. They hugged my leg and love you, Elmo. And then kids, like bad kids, you could tell, were coming in the block on bikes. And while this girl's literally hugging my leg, the kid was like, yeah, that ain't the real Elmo. And he starts looking through the grill thing. And she's like, and he just lifts the sleeve up of the thing and screams. He goes, Elmo's white. And you're almost going like, hey, kid, stop. Yeah. And he goes, if that's the real Elmo, why is he wearing FUBU sneakers? Which I was. And then the kid said, he goes, let's see if Elmo has nuts. And then I couldn't find him out of my little screen. And then he just launched me. The top of his foot hit like my ass crack. He got in it.
Let's see if Elmo has balls. And look into his screen like, I know you've told this story a million times, but can you please tell us that story?
Elmo. The Elmo's stripper company does kids' parties where you dress up as the costumes. And I went as Elmo. No one's happy to see me. They're like, why is a white guy with a garbage bag coming to our front door? I put on the Elmo costume. This little black girl, like, barrettes there. She's so cute. Like, it was a moment where
It's time for the Stinky P Mega Pack. Will we get a 25th anniversary? Here we go. Yeah, right off the bat, Spiral Quick Fix. All right, we got a Foxy Tune. Will we get another one? Super Poly, Danger Nessie, Photon Jumper, Mysterion, Dark Hole, Rocket. We got Danger Nessie. We got Wingman, Rainbow Lucian, IP Masquerena, Synchro, Junk Archer, Dante. We got a Punk, Ooze Giant, X-Dons, Hydra. No, not another one. Teller Knight, come on, Tolmaeus, and an Ogre Dance. Why the Hydra?
Last week, I listened to a whole album of Taylor Swift. What a pile of shit, huh? Who the fuck goes to these concerts? Jesus Christ, ISIS, pull your shit together. Bomb the concert. How many letters do I have to write? You hate women and gay people, dude. At a Taylor Swift concert? The homo per square meter? Dude, you blow up a Taylor Swift concert, next day, perfect society. Last week, I listened to a whole album of Taylor Swift. What a pile of shit, huh?
Enemy UAV is online. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Hostile UAV in the area.
Ranking invincible characters by how likely I could beat them in a fight. Starting off, I give myself about a 25% chance to beat Invincible himself, Mark Grayson, in a fight. I already know what you're thinking, but hear me out. He holds out against other superpowered people. If I'm just a regular civilian, I feel like he's not going to do anything to me, allowing me to win the fight. At number 4, I'm going with Aquarius. I give myself like a 35% chance of beating this dude. I don't know why, he just seemed like the bummiest member of the original Guardians of the Globe. Number 3, I have Duplicate. I know that she has superpowers too, but I'm sorry, she's lost like pretty much every single fight she's ever been in, so I think that gives me at least like a 40% chance of somehow beating her in a fight. If it was multi-Paul, I'd give myself about a 0% chance because that dude knows how to use his powers, but Duplicate simply just does not know how to use hers. At number 2, I'm going with Cecil. Now, I know he actually held his own against Invincible in a fight, but that's only because he had the technology.
Who were the only 2 heroes that were able to solo kill Invincible variants? Most of the variants that arrived on Earth were engaged upon by multiple heroes or even entire superhero teams, and some of them still lost. So who was possibly strong enough to take a one-on-one battle with a variant and come out on top? The first hero is Tech Jacket, who takes on Viltrumite Mark in space, and their fight lasts an entire 2 days, ending with every one of the variant's fingers broken. The only other hero is Powerplex, who is seen laughing maniacally, having fried a variant that likely wasn't aware of his powers. Even Invincible himself wasn't able to solo any variant, although you could argue he could have finished off Mohawk Mark after he knocked him out. Who were the only 2 heroes that were able to solo kill Invincible variants? Most of the variants that arrived on Earth were engaged upon by multiple heroes.
This is the most famous gaming clip. Ruin this gamer's life. Since 2005, and a group of World of Warcraft friends needed a way to get new guild members, so they came up with a plan. Post a fake video to a well forum of their friend trolling them.
This is the craziest rotoscope shot I've ever seen in my life. He rotoscoped every single hair on these people's heads. The most intense rotoscope job you could ever do in your life.
That almost just looks like a hair simulation.
Oh no. No.
He rotoscoped the water droplets!
He rotoscoped the water droplets, dude. No.
Look at that. You're doing this shot just so that you can get the rotoscoping job. Congrats, you got the job.
You'll notice they showed the paths around the shapes they're tracing. And they have different shapes. And that's because if you're drawing the whole shape in one big by hand,
We love our new home. There's so much space. But we have it.
Speed. If your eyeballs fully popped out of your head, you would completely lose your vision. So what would you actually see?
You would see nothing. Legit nothing. You wouldn't see black. There would just be no signal in your brain.
Here's what.
Bruh, $2 bills used to be rare as they were discontinued in the 60s, but they're commonly produced now.
Things can be red hot. They can be white hot. They can even be blue hot. But what comes after that?
Nothing. This shade of blue is the hottest color.
gay. He got crossbows. You use a crossbow. You just ain't got no life. Alright, use a fucking crossbow.
Torn up. Let me show you. You just.
It's a red hoodie and
God damn, where did our fucking partner go? That's the problem. That fucking bitch landed all the way over there.
it's D upstairs. Might be 4.
Fried me.
Yeah, right. Yo, look out, look out. Oh. Oh my god. I dropped him. Oh, he's shooting the ball. He's the crossbow guy from the pre-game lobby. He's the crossbow guy. Oh, my teammate got your stupid ass. I hate you, crossbows, dick sucking. Oh, dude. Hey, buy station, buy station, buy station. One. Oh, see. That's it. It's a fire sale. Damn, he jumped out. Alright, let's go back to prison. See what's going on this roof.
So we're not down one, though.
Fucking shots connect.
Have we had people down here? Oh shit, where the fuck you come from? Where the hell you came from?
Stacked on every single time.
I swear to God, I ain't see that nigga. Appreciate that, boy. You got my back, man. I'm shooting at the dude in there. I gotta plate up, plate up. Get one shot.
What the fuck, bro? Nah, I'm going to this stupid fucking game, bro. No fucking